You don't have to though. Oh, okay.
There you go. We're
Thank you.
recording. I'll just share it with you.
Thank you.
And hopefully it all work. It should work.
hmm
But
hmm
okay. So, are you on your phone?
I'm on my laptop.
Okay. So then you can kind of look at the pictures on your phone, like
Yeah.
if you needed to, because
Yeah.
yeah, it whatever. Help you know what's happening because I've bounced
Yeah.
back and forth. Okay, so this is what we did, right? This is what you got,
Right.
basically. And now, oops, these are the 5 key positions we're gonna go over. And by the end
Okay.
of today, you're gonna have exercises, and I will add the exercises to Training Peaks that I want you to do with them. Okay.
Okay.
And for the ones that you need help with, and you're gonna have a cue to think about while you're running. Okay. I already made those up. I usually it's kind of hard with like if those don't work, then I'm going to change them because I have a whole bunch of them in my head. And when I do this, I try to like figure out which one like sticks with you, and then we go with
Okay.
the one that makes sense to you. Okay.
Okay.
So, but that's like you don't. I mean, yeah, we are recording this and stuff, but basically, I like
Yeah.
send all the stuff that you need to know, so you don't have to feel super overwhelmed. And then, especially in coaching, like you'll be able to have way more access to me than when I just do a running assessment to somebody. So anything that pops up,
Okay.
like we can talk again and be like, hey, now I've worked on this, like what, like what I need more help or whatever. Okay. And that's totally
Okay.
normal because it's going to be like a lot of stuff. And then you're going to have time to work on it. And then you'll have questions and we'll just,
Okay.
okay. So don't feel overwhelmed, but it's going to be a lot.
Okay. Like of information, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Because you were saying something, I'm like, wait, what?
No,
Okay. All
just
right.
starting.
Continue. Sounds
So
good.
with these, have you heard of overstriding before?
hmm
Okay. And posture, most people have an idea of like, you know, what that
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
like.
Right.
Gliding versus bounding.
I wouldn't say that I know as much about that.
Okay. Yeah. In jumping out, and we'll dive into all of them, but in
Yeah.
running, we want all of our energy. I'm very about efficient running. We want all of our
Okay.
energy propelling us forward. And
Perfect.
so gliding and jump, like bounding, that would be up and down energy. We want to all moving
Yeah.
forward. And then the hip drop, I think that's probably one of them
Uh-huh.
that you saw, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen.
When one hip drops instead of having them even from the back.
Okay. Yeah.
And then crossover is when your feet cross over like they're walking on a beauty line instead of
Yes, I saw that
your
one.
hips. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna dive more into each of them. So this is I use these slides with when I do it virtual, so you kind of have an idea of like what happened. But so I got your
Okay.
video, and then I stopped it when your foot was first flat. Okay.
Okay.
And then I draw a line up the shin and I draw a line up your
Yeah.
torso. And ideally
Okay.
they are parallel and not crossing. Okay.
Okay.
Versus yours look like this guy, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so is what that
Of
means.
the
It,
shin.
yeah. Do you see that
Okay.
very first picture on the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
first one? Yeah. So is what that means is that your foot is landing too far in front of your body. We want when you run, we want your foot to land like right underneath you. So that's what would mean these green parallel lines here is because the foot's a lot closer. Here's the hip, there's the
Okay.
foot. Here's the hip, there's the foot. Does that make sense?
And is this for all like types of running?
Yeah, this one is. Like
This one is.
when I do because I do this with like sprinters and stuff too, then there'll be other
Yeah.
ones that would not be the same. But overstriding is definitely every kind of running you don't want to be overstriding. And I think you have had shin pain in the past, right?
Yeah.
This is a big one for shin splints. Like
Okay.
most of my new runners that come to me and high school kids, so young runners have shin splints.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing is that they're overstriding. Okay.
Okay.
So we want to teach you how to run with your foot closest to you. And since you live somewhere where it gets cold, correct?
Uh-huh.
Because I live in the deserts, it's 112 today.
Right now it's hot.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
It's
but
hot.
like what snow is and ice,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Like
Right. Yeah.
here we don't get snow and ice. And so when I'm
Yeah.
doing this with locals, I can't say think running on ice. Like
Right.
you're running and you think running on ice, you're not going to land with your foot out here.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you could just kind of visualize that right now. Like if
Yeah,
it's
I can. Like I
slippery,
can feel it.
you definitely land right underneath you. you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's my cue I like for people who know what snow is. Um, so that's
It's
your number
good.
one cue is just running on ice so that you're
Okay.
not reaching in front of you. But the bigger thing I'm going to show you with my body so
Okay.
you can see this. Um, when you can you see my feet?
Hang on. I'm gonna see if I can like zoom you in because like I can barely
Yeah,
see
because
you
I'm
because
sharing my
yeah,
screen.
yeah, like I can barely see you because of that.
Hold on.
Like I can, it's just harder. I don't know if there's something I can do.
There. What about that?
No, it's still on your screen. I just see your desktop background.
Really?
Let me see if I can do
Hold
anything.
on.
Okay. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't think I
desktop
can.
one? How did I do that?
Wait, reset to default, but then I don't know what that does.
How did I messed this up? Yeah, how do I go back out of it?
Can you like do like stop screen sharing and then go back to it? But I don't want to do it if that's too much work. I don't know.
Mm, under screen, I have application window. Why do I not have stop screen? I just have share. I have sharing and that's it. What in the world?
Ah, wait. Let me tr Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, that was I'm doing like
Okay, that's
uh,
my like slides, correct? Is that what you see now?
no.
Oh wait, now.
Yes,
Oh, here
now.
we go. Now do
Oh,
you see?
perfect. Yeah, yeah, now I
Yay.
see you.
Okay. But I'm still like tiny for me, so I don't know if you can
Okay.
see my legs, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah. I can see you. You're good.
I wore my pink shoes so you could see them.
Okay.
So in overstriding, you reach too far out in front of you. So then it kind of pushes the brakes all the way back on you. And we want running to be a controlled fall forward. So it's literally last second it bends and lands closer to underneath you. Okay. And also, all of this stuff is not very good at reach. It's not good build to like reach and pull. That's what I call it, reach and pull. Versus your glutes are used to push you back. So if this foot
Yeah.
through lands right here, then I can use my glutes to push back and propel me forward. Okay. So that's another reason why we
Yeah.
want you to land underneath, is it's not pushing on the brakes.
Yeah.
But we also want to use our glutes to push us forward. And I'll dive into
Right.
that a little bit more as we like do every single one of these. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
And
yeah.
in the only thing with that, I guess that I like when you say like the running on ice thing, like I understand that and that helps me like think about it.
Yeah.
But then I'm like thinking to myself, I feel like when I don't even know how to say it. Like I'm maybe like I feel like the more I push myself forward, the faster I want to go, the tireder I'm gonna get because I'm going faster if I'm not ready for that like speed, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, how do I like push myself forward but not too
That
fast?
you're not going to feel as tired
I'm
because
like,
you're more efficient. So that's a big part of like the
okay,
way you're currently running makes you more tired because it's not as efficient. Like it's just like so that you're reaching forward
okay,
that foot and pulling, that's like those muscles suck at that versus landing underneath you and pulling
yeah,
back. Your glutes extend your leg. They're a big powerhouse muscle. If they become more involved,
right,
it's going to be easier. So
okay,
it
got
would
you.
be, yeah. But, and as we dive more into each of these, it'll like kind of all make more sense. But that's a good point.
Okay.
You're like, oh crap, now I'm going to go faster, but I'm not going to be able to last very long. Make it 20
Oh
feet
my
now.
gosh.
Great.
Yeah.
That was the goal. Yeah. Um, anyway, so the the biggest thing is I want you to think about running on ice, right? Later on, we won't really deal with this stuff until later on. I kind of want you to get some up basic stuff down, but these are like running up
Hmm.
hills. Like think about running uphill, you're not going to reach out in front of you because the hills when you run up a hill and it's
Yeah.
like right underneath you and stuff like that. So those are some kind
Yeah.
of hills, but we don't need to do hills yet. You talk about getting your air
Okay.
activated and all that. Yeah. Yeah. Hills do that, but we don't need to do that yet. Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So then like this girl, this is in 1 hour. I just tried, this is how she came in and then she ended up here. It's literally, you see, so same girl, just an hour later. It's literally just a bend in the knee. So here her leg is more straight and here it's bent.
Yeah.
It's the last second it bends underneath you. But don't think about that. That's hard to think about. But that's literally
Yeah.
what mechanically is happening. But if you just think about running on ice, it will just happen. It's kind of rad.
Okay.
Yeah. And then a video.
Crazy.
Videos are hard. So now we're moving on to posture. So on this one, I took a video or I took a screenshot when your knees are right next to each other. Okay. And then I
Posture.
draw a line up from your knees, and ideally your nose is behind that. So look at your
Oh.
picture and
Yeah.
see that your face is in front of the line. Right.
Yeah.
So you look like these two guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoops, I think I missed one. There we go. So instead, we want like if you had there's this one, you could be too tall, or you could be too forward, or you could be perfect. Okay. So on this
Okay.
one, you're a little too forward. This one is related to the ankle mobility. Were you able to like how many inches away from the wall can you do it?
I forgot. I didn't. Hang on. Let me try it.
Okay.
But also with this one, I feel like I'm wondering if I'd also do this because when I'm running, I'm more focused on keeping my like kind of like keeping my core and my shoulders like tight and back that I'm like I'd rather do that and lean forward and keep my a neutral spine almost in a certain way than like hunch while running. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I wonder if that plays a role into like how I'm thinking when I'm running and if that's like
Okay, and that's right-ish. I don't want
ish.
you like running is a controlled fall forward. The thing is that
Mhm.
you're falling from your hips, and I want you to fall from
Right.
your ankles. Okay,
Okay. Oh
so
my gosh. This
let's
might be
see.
embarrassing. I'm so sorry. Also, I've like worked on ankle mobility in the past. I know it's really, really bad.
Okay,
I've not
yeah,
done it in a while. Okay. Can you even see anything? Hang on.
there we go.
Okay. So like I'd say what? How long is
So if
that?
you do your fist plus your thumb, that's usually 4 inches. It looks like you're further than that. Oh, maybe not.
Well,
Like your
I don't
thumb next to your fingers, like this. Look. Yeah. So put your thumb down. Yeah.
like that.
Yep. And then smash that fist into the ground. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like
There you go. And now keep
okay.
your hips facing forward. Yeah. And now put that back leg back and out of the way. Your left leg. Yep. And now try to make that knee touch the wall.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna fall. Ah, I'm like falling though. Can I hold something or
Yeah,
no?
yeah. You can hold on to the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like am so close.
Oh,
I
you
feel
are
like
pretty close. Yeah. Yeah. Not quite there, but close. Yeah. Try it on
I'm
the
close. So maybe like three
try it on the
inches.
other leg. Try it on the other leg.
Oh, on the other leg. Okay.
Yeah. We're giving you
I didn't
three and
even
a half
try
on
the
your
other leg
right.
earlier. Okay. Wait, this like
Yep.
okay. And then
Keep your hips facing forward.
are they?
Yeah, there you go. Is
I
it
feel like
touching?
this one like I can more.
Is it touching?
Yeah?
Okay, and if you look, wait, do it again. Do it. Stay right there. And when you look down from
Wait.
your, keep your hips forward.
Yeah. And then what?
Good. And now look down. Can you see your big toe, or do you see your knee?
I see my knee. I can't see my toe.
Okay, so
Is it fat?
try to move your knee out of the way, and then see if you can like move
Like
it sideways so that you're,
like to the side?
yep, out, away from your body.
Like forward or
No, like
out?
towards the camera,
Okay.
away from the door.
Okay.
Like
Oh
you
wait.
just
Hang
move
on.
it. Oh,
I
out.
keep gotta line my hips up. I forget.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, my foot.
Like if I was next to you, I'd just push your knee. Yeah. Feels
The
awkward.
foot.
But now you can see your knee, right? I mean your
I
toe.
can see,
Yeah.
yeah, my toe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like I can see my knee the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see my toe.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because that's actually just like a different test, but that's good to know. So
Okay.
so your right one is at 3.5 and your left one's actually at 4. But so your left one is passing, but we'll still work on that.
Is it because I'm left-footed, you think?
No,
Oh.
no. It, it doesn't mean like that much for
I'm
that.
gonna watch this back later and be like, you're an idiot.
Whatever. No.
Like,
Okay, let me show you this. Maybe I should have. Hold on a sec.
you're good.
Okay, it's just me, right? You can just see me.
Yeah.
Okay. So the drill for this is right now you're falling at your hips and falling down. So when you're running and you're bent like this, you fall down. But running should be a controlled fall forward. So the drill for this is you're going to stand up tall and you're going to hinge at your hip, your knee, ankles, and fall forward. And this
Wait, repeat that last phrase one more time. What I'm
so
gonna do.
the drill for this one is you're going to fall from, you're going to keep your body straight, keep
Uh-huh.
yourself on the ground, and you're going to fall this way. Because that's
Okay.
what we want running to be, is a controlled fall forward. If
Like
you
from
fall
my
like this,
ankles.
you fall down. But you're going to do it this way, and
Okay.
feel, and that's what running should feel like. And then the
Yeah.
last second, so I get to here for the drill, I'm just going to catch myself. But if
Yeah.
you're running, you're going to go here, and then you're going to catch yourself with your foot. And you're not going to catch your foot out there, because then you'll be overstriding. So I'm going to
Yeah.
fall, and then I catch myself.
Okay.
Okay. And though, like I said, that will be a video for your drill, but that's the
Okay.
why behind it. Okay. So
Okay.
in running, you're not going to fall as much as I want you to in the drill, but I
Yeah.
want you to feel what it feels like falling forward from
Okay.
your ankles, not your hips. Okay.
Right. Okay.
And yeah, your ankles aren't that bad. So, but when you do that, the video will say this too, but like make sure you keep your heels on the ground and you fall and keep, and don't poke your butt out.
Okay. Don't
Okay.
poke my butt out. Okay.
Yeah. Um,
Got you.
yes, yes. Let's see.
And for my thing today, like if I go in out of like the heart rate, I have to like I should go back to walking,
Yeah,
is what you said in our consultation thing.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Got you.
So
Got
we're
you.
just experimenting with that for a little while, and
Okay.
then I'll like adjust the zones as we need when we
Okay.
actually dive down deeper and stuff.
Gotcha.
Um, okay. We got we got that. Whoops, this. Okay. Usually my cue on that one is to like look up. You're already looking up, so I think it's this one we're not going to give you as big of a cue because I only like giving 3
Okay.
cues too because it's too overwhelming. But I do
That's a
want you to
good.
know
I
what it
was
feels
worried
like.
about that. I was saw these and I was like 6 things and I'm like or 5 things or something. I was like I'm gonna have to tell her I gotta focus on like one at a time because I
Yes,
might not make it.
yeah. At the end, I'll give you like all the homework of how I want you to implement it because yeah, I had too many people
Okay.
way overwhelmed like the next
Gotcha.
day. So yeah.
Okay.
Um,
And when I look up, I'm usually like looking, but I do feel like I look down a little bit. Like I
okay.
look down, but like far away. Like almost like I'm not looking down like closely, like I'm
Yeah.
looking far away down. Does that
Yeah,
make
and that's
sense?
what I tell people, like look at the stop sign, not the pole, or the tree branches, not
Yeah.
the trunk, like that kind of up,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now this is the one you didn't know that much about. So bounding versus
Yeah.
gliding. And so so I stop the video when your head's at the highest. Okay. And then I see if your
Okay.
elbow is above or at your elbow. Reset. If your wrist is above or below your elbow. Okay. And if your
Uh-huh.
toe is on or off the ground. And in
Okay.
your case, you have your toe is like basically on the ground, but your arms are even higher than that, guys. They look more like hers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think this is literally just because nobody's ever taught you how to run. Okay. So, um, so on this action makes you go up and down, right? So I call that hammering. We're going to stop hammering and we're going to saw front to back, like running is a control motion forward. So I want you to
Wait,
saw front to back.
I feel like I do this. I feel like I what? Okay,
Okay,
do
do
the
you feel
other
like
one.
you do? Okay, then
I feel
I'm gonna give you another drill. This is
okay.
what you're gonna do. There's a wall right here. And for this homework, so I'll put
Why
this in
do I
there.
go so
You're gonna
high
elbow the
up?
bad guy behind you because that's what I want you to stand. And the video will say this, but I didn't plan on doing that one, but we'll do that because it's probably what you're
Well,
doing. Is that you think that you're doing this, but you're really going like this. So I want you to
yeah.
drive your arms back because there should be a
Okay.
window right here, like in between your elbow and your body.
Uh-huh.
People who do this, there's not much of a window. And we could look back at
Okay.
the video. I probably didn't look at that spot. But we want it to be here. And they should pass like your hips, not,
Okay. It should pass your hips.
yeah.
Because what I feel like I do is instead of going like straight forward, I do this.
Oh, yeah. You
Like,
cross. Yes, that's another. Yep, yep. Yeah.
okay.
And so the elbow of the bad guy behind you will help
Okay.
that drill too. So yes, that's another like we want there's a zipper line. Your hands don't cross the zipper. And right now they cross the zipper pretty hardcore, right?
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
are more
They
front to
do.
back. It's not really like train track. They're not really like clear out here. There is because you do rotate some, but not
Yeah.
like this, not shoulder
Right.
to hip. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but if you focus on driving them back, because this,
Mm-hmm.
when you're crossing like this, I call it hee-hoing. Okay. So
Oh,
that's kind of more
geez.
of what you're doing, right?
Hee-ho.
Instead of
Yep.
elbowing the bad guy behind you, like you elbow the
Mm-hmm.
bad guy behind you, you can't hee-ho at the same time.
Yeah.
So it will help you drive them instead of up and down and instead of rotating front to back. Okay. So,
Okay.
so think about that one when you're running. And maybe I'm going to take that one off we're not going to do saw, not hammer. We're going to do elbow the bad guy behind you. Does that make more sense?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Especially like I don't want you to think that you're already doing it because then that doesn't help. Um, okay. And that biggest thing is for efficiency. We don't want you to waste any energy jumping up and down.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah.
propelling us forward. Our hands and our feet like are pushing us
Okay.
forward. With your foot on the ground, these guys use their quads and their calves a lot to jump. And we versus if your foot's on the ground, you are using your glutes a little bit more. But when we're all the way down, I'm going to tie it into your glutes a little bit more. Okay. But
Okay.
we want you to
Like the
use your
foot thing, you
foot.
mean?
Yes. Yeah. So
Okay.
you fall forward, you land here, and then the next step is
Yeah.
push with your glutes forward instead of your
Gotcha.
calves and your quads up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, taught this girl in just an hour. She was like this, and she was a miler. How you asked this one, my 100, even my 400 kids, I don't care about their arms as much as I do you, because you do. When you're going really fast, they are going to pump up higher than your elbow. You're not going really fast yet. So
Yeah.
but fast and short distance. So even like you watch people win the marathon, they're just gliding. But you watch somebody
Mm-hmm.
sprint 100, they're pumping their arms hard, you know?
Yeah.
So that one is one
Okay.
that's a little different depending on how you're running. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then hips and crossover or hip drop and crossover. So this one, I just take a video or I take the still shot at stance, meaning when your knees are right by each other. So all the weight is on one leg.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just look and see if your hips are dropping. And I draw a line down the middle of your butt and see if your foot's crossing over, right?
Mm-hmm.
So on yours, your hip was dropping on both sides. The one side was more than the other, and I should have told you to tuck your shirt in. So I think it
Yeah.
more than it might on that one side, but it doesn't really matter how much it's dropping because it's dropping. Like so
Okay.
like either way, the homework is going to be the same. So that's why I didn't like tell you to make another video because
Okay.
I guarantee it's dropping, you know? Like,
Got you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, But so the hip is dropping on the one side, which sometimes makes your hip out here, your knee here, and then your foot out there. So that can cause like IT band pain in the knee and kind of stuff like that.
Okay.
Yours is also doing that because when I just had you look down at your knee to see if you could see your big toe and we couldn't. So that also means like from here, your knee comes in and we want your knee to be out here so that there's space in between here. Okay. So this will be strengthening exercises that I give you for your glutes because your glutes actually control where your knee is. With your knee, you like with your knees crossing in the middle, like at stance when they like are pretty close to each other. We want it comes from the glute to be strong enough to keep them not like so close to each other. And then
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And then also with a crossover, so you only cross over on one side. It's weird. Like you would think, like just looking at the pictures, if they hip drop, they cross over, but it's totally not true. Like I've done a million of them,
Uh-huh.
and that's not the way it works. So,
Yeah.
but ideally, I draw a line down the middle of your butt, and your foot doesn't cross over the line. Would be ideal,
Uh-huh.
right? Versus yours does that on the one side, and the other side it definitely crosses over, right? And you don't do that much body shifting. Sometimes when they cross over, they do a ton of body shifting. And like this guy, he passed it, but that see that elbow is out way further than the other one.
Yeah.
And same with this guy. And you don't really have like one elbow out further than the other. So I think we're just going to stick with the elbow, the bad guy behind you, so that your arms actually
Okay.
swing more. Okay. Like we need to use your arms more than you're doing because they give you power and help you run more efficient. And we just need to use them more. Okay. But
Okay.
don't make it go. It doesn't mean like out to the side a ton. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, just
So
straight back though,
just
right?
straight back. Yeah. Elbow the bad guy behind you. Okay.
Okay.
Um, So our cues that you're thinking about. So today's run, I don't have it memorized, but I know I gave you some intervals, right? I
Yeah.
mean, so many minutes or seconds. So the
Yeah.
first one you're going to think about running on ice, and
Mm-hmm.
then your recovery, you're probably just going to be walking today, so your heart rate comes back down. I could be wrong, but
No, I
if I'm
think yeah.
wrong, then and you are jogging, then just jog normal, whatever that means. Okay. And then on your next one, you're going to think about elbow the back guy behind you. So you're going to think about your elbows. Okay, driving back.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you have at least three? Do you have three? How many do we know?
I know the running on ice,
No,
elbow
your
the bad
intervals
guy.
today.
Oh, I'm doing warm up, and then run 1 minute, walk for 2 minutes, and then
One,
cool
two, three, four,
down.
five, six. Yeah, you have like seven of them.
Three.
Okay.
What am I
Yeah, you run for 1 minute, you walk for two, but you do that a bunches of times.
doing?
Okay.
Yeah, a bunch of
So
times.
during your run, your first one, you're going to think running on ice. Your second one, you're going to think elbow the bad guy behind you. Your third one, you're going to think push with your tush. And then you're going to go back to running on ice, da, da, da. But only one. Okay, so there's three things, but you're only
Okay.
going to focus on one at a time.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes sense. But for the
Yeah.
next 2 weeks, I really want you focusing, like switching it up. Every run, thinking about these three, but only one at a time. Okay.
Okay. Well,
And
only one
then
at a
in
time.
like 2 weeks, then we're going to have a whole run that you're going to only focus on the arms. And then the next
Yeah.
run, you're going to only focus on the running on ice. And then
Okay.
makes sense. So
Yeah.
that's the breakdown of like how to make it make sense. But
Yeah.
and then on Training Peaks, I'll add the exercises, strengthening exercises to help, but also the drills. So that was the hankle, the fall forward, the elbow, the bad guy behind you, like those
Yeah.
drills. Okay. Do you have a band, like a little loop band?
Oh, like just a small one that would go around my knees?
This
Yeah, I don't. Let me look if I still have them because I got a bunch of bands and I ended up when the new owners took over our gym, I ended up donating them because I didn't use them a ton at home, so I'll have to look and see what I still
okay.
have.
Yeah, and they're super cheap.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because the push with the tush is the last one I need to dive into. And that one
Okay.
for that drill, I just have you use a band. But you can also
Okay.
do it without a band and probably still fill it. So there's that.
Yeah, okay.
Um, okay, I'm gonna stop screen mirroring again, and then we're gonna go over the pushing with your tush part. So let's see, is that too much sun? Maybe, yeah. My window. Is
Okay. Yeah.
that better?
Good.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay. So this is how we run. Can you see my whole body?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're like this. We're on one foot and we're going to go forward. Okay. So we're not going to bend this way.
Yeah.
Go from that. And then we're going to not land out here. We're going to land right underneath us. And then from here, we're
Mm-hmm.
going to use our glutes to push us forward. And so in slow motion at this moment, I have to use my calf and my quad to push me up. But instead, I want to
Yeah.
push forward. So really, I usually have, like, you put your hand on your butt to feel it. So I stand on this one leg and I think about all I'm doing is falling forward and using this glute to push me back or to push away from me drives me forward. So I hope I don't get out of the screen. So I stand on one leg, push. Stand on one leg, push. The tendency for you or my concern for you is to make sure that when you land, you're not like jumping out there. Did you see that different? Like if I'm like,
Yeah.
that is overstriding. We don't want to do that.
Wait, but when you did it the first time,
Yeah, we want
first
to
time you only did do
push
it again?
and it still landed right.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Got you.
Okay.
Okay.
So I land right here. And from here, when I'm falling forward, I'm using this to push the ground away from me. And then
Okay.
when you have more space than the little computer that I'm talking to you on, you would do it over and over again. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, and the drill is actually literally just standing there and kicking back with a leg while staying up tall. Because right now you
Yeah.
bend at your waist to kick back. And it doesn't require as much of your glutes if you're bent over. Then your glutes don't
Right.
push as much. But your glutes are a powerhouse. And we want
Yeah.
them to be part of,
That makes sense.
yeah, we want them to be like more involved. Um, cool? Not too much? We got
Yeah. Yeah. When I do it though, did you say you want me to do it continuously or just like do it back and do another one like you were doing?
so that I want you to do that as the drill. Okay.
Yeah.
But when you're running, that you're going to think land and push back, land and push. That's going to be
Yeah.
push with the tush, means like
Yeah.
push the world away from you. So during your run, it's going to be continuous. During your
Okay,
run,
but not during the
also, if you're
drill.
like, I don't get this, then stop and literally do the drill, which is the slow motion,
Okay.
just a few at a time. Good question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, uh, okay, that's all of that. But I wanted to make sure that I have you. What do I have you? When do I have you working out? Do those days work for you? Your run days?
I didn't even see it. Like I don't
Okay.
even know how to see it.
I think I just have you Monday, Wednesday, Friday
Okay.
this week. And then
That'll be fine. Wednesday, Friday.
um
Yeah.
oh yeah, and then we start more like continuously next week.
Okay.
So we have like an idea. And I just added like cross training. I will put your workouts in there, but cross training because like you said you lift, like
Yeah.
then you would do that on those days. But literally still start your watch because it'll tell me like how much energy and stuff to do your watch. Um, and so like start your watch and then it'll show up on Training Peaks too, like anything that you do.
Wait, when I do my weightlifting?
Yeah. When you do anything, you go for a walk, like
Yeah.
you can start it and it'll show
And
up.
like anything I ever would do would show up on Training Peaks automatically if I connect my watch.
Yes, as long as you push
Okay.
start on your watch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Got you.
So I have
Because I
one
didn't
lady.
connect it yet. So
Okay, yeah, yeah.
since I
Yeah.
didn't connect it, this is the Gen 3 one, do I have to manually put it on here then? Is that what, like for today's after this, when I work
Yes.
out, how do I put it on
Then you
here?
can like if you click on today's workout and then
Yeah.
I don't know if I can. But you
I
can
didn't,
mark done. Pair
okay.
workout, hi, attach. Um, but you can somehow mark it, but it also doesn't
Yeah,
work.
I'll figure it out.
That's why
I'll look
like this
into
week
it.
I also like I'm not super like we got this week to like
Concerned.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, to like
Okay.
see if everything works or whatever. But
Gotcha.
if there are days that you're like, I know I can't run that day, then let me know and we can like switch the
Okay.
day and we'll just like transfer it to a different day.
Yeah. Because I usually am pretty open, especially like Friday, Saturday, Sundays. Like if something Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so we can
more.
move stuff around if we
Okay.
need to. I just put them
Yeah.
on because I don't think we had really talked about what days were the best or whatever for you.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, this is going to cut me off
Gotcha.
in 1 minute. Are we good? What other burning questions do you have? As far as
Let me look.
coaching goes, I really just want you to work on this, and then like we can do another Zoom in like 2 weeks. Like it doesn't even have to be
In
like
2 weeks.
whenever you are, or next week, whatever. Like if we're having,
Yeah.
you know,
Maybe
and
like
when you
could
get
we
your new
I'm
phone,
sorry.
then or new
Or
watch,
my
like maybe we
yeah.
need to do another one, or at least I can send you texts and stuff on like how to help it.
Yeah, maybe one or the other because maybe I can text you at the end of this week to see like, hey, I want to Zoom or hey, I
Yeah,
think I'm okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Sound
That
good?
sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, you're awesome. I'm so
All
excited
right,
for
thank
you.
you.
Good job, girl.
All right, bye.
Okay, we'll see you.